Hello, I'm Stelios, and in this video I want to talk a bit about prompt chaining and how we're using it today live in the mortgage market at MQube. So, what is prompt chaining? Well, if we start from the basics, LLMs are fundamentally next word prediction machines. This means that at any given moment, they're looking at the words they've produced so far, and based on those, they're trying to choose the next best fit. A consequence of that is that the more information rich the current work is, the more explicit it is, the more spelled out and well thought it is, the better the chances of the next prediction being in the right direction. And this is the reasoning, this is the motivation behind a big part of prompt engineering. Can we make an LLM can we make it break its task in subtasks and think in steps? And prompt chaining is a variation of this, where one LLM does a bit of the work and then it passes its output to the next LLM, which takes it as an input this time, and this chain continues with one LLM passing its word to the next one, a bit like relay running. So this is what prompt chaining is, a very cool technique, and now I'll show you how we're using it at MQube. So I'll just switch tabs and I'll talk a bit about Marketing Genius, what problem it solves, and where prompt chaining fits into this. Now, Marketing Genius is a content creation tool specifically built for the financial services, and specifically, even more specifically, for the mortgage market. Now, what's so unique about the mortgage market? Well, it's the fact that because the marketing content reaches consumers, and then consumers will read this content and might possibly end up making really big financial decisions based on this content. It's crucial that the social media posts, blog posts, emails out to clients are compliant with the regulations, and there is a ton of different regulations about marketing in the financial services, usually from the FCA. There is more specific regulations. There was a very important piece that came out a few months ago around social media. So instantly this gives you two different angles in content creation. One being the engaging nature of the content. You want to create content that will be useful and interesting to its readers, but then you can't sacrifice compliance with the regulations. So let me show you this in action. I've gone to the Empowered Mortgages website, where a free version of Marketing Genius has been available to brokers for the last 9 months, so that they can supercharge their marketing efforts and scale them. And it's been really exciting to be seeing this product being embraced from mortgage brokers. So let me just get right to action. I've completed some instructions on how I want the content to look. Now if I click create my blog, what you'll see in a bit, you'll see two different LLMs being in action. So the first LLM created a first draft of the content, and then the second LLM looked at each individual part of the blog post, and based on that came up with a compliance suggestion, a compliance consideration, so that I, the user, can look at this and improve my content. So to give you an example, the original draft was saying, As your property's values increases over time, you may have built up significant equity. And then the second LLM, which consumed this output and looked at compliance and looked at it from a compliance angle, is now saying, have you explained what equity means and how it can be assessed through remortgaging in a clear and simple manner? And this is an example of prompt chaining where one LLM is looking at the output of the next.